Okay, we're going to do a chapter outline of my PowerPoints. This is chapter 4 in Management 13th edition, Ricky W. Griffin. It's for Principles of Management 200 level course. I did a chapter 5 series. I'm going to do a chapter 4 and chapter 3. So this is going to be the chapter 4. So our chapter 4 objectives are, by the end of this chapter, you should be able to discuss managerial ethics, 3 areas of special ethical concern for managers, and how organizations manage ethical behavior. Describe key emerging ethical issues in organizations today. Discuss the concept of social responsibility, to whom or what an organization might be considered responsible, and 4 types of organizational approaches to social responsibility. So we have some theory to familiarize ourselves with. Learning objectives 2 of 2. By the end of this chapter, you should be able to, section 4 explain the relationship between the government and organizations regarding social responsibility. Describe some of the activities organizations may engage in to manage social responsibility. 4.1 Individual ethics in organizations. Ethics is defined as one's personal belief about whether a behavior, action, or decision is right or wrong. People have ethics, organizations do not. Ethical behavior varies from person to person. Ethical behavior that conforms to generally accepted social norms. Unethical behavior that does not conform to generally accepted social norms. Figure 4.1 is a demonstration of managerial ethics. Managerial ethics. Managers need to approach each set of relationships from an ethical and moral perspective. So employees, conflicts of interest, secrecy and confidentiality, honesty. To the organization hiring and firing, wages and working conditions, privacy and respect. So that's what the organization gives employees, and employees give contribute to organizations. Subject to ethical ambiguities, advertising and promotions, financial disclosure, ordering and purchasing, shipping and solicitations, bargaining and negotiations, other business relationships. And the economic agents that deal in these factors are customers, competitors, stockholders, suppliers, dealers, and unions. So if you're thinking about employment law, that's, like I said, my area of interest is going to be unions and collective bargaining. Depending on where you're practicing HR. But figure 4.1 managerial ethics. The 3 basic areas of concern for managerial ethics are the relationship of the firm to the employees, the employee to the firm, and the firm to other economic agents. Managers need to approach each set of relationships from an ethical and moral perspective. 4.1 Managerial ethics. 1 of 2. How an organization treats its employees. It includes policies such as hiring and firing, wages and working conditions, and employee privacy and respect. How employees treat the organization. Conflicts of interest, secrecy and confidentiality, and honesty. Conflicts of interest occur when a decision potentially benefits the individual to the possible detriment of the organization. Trade secret. Use of technology, social media activity, calling in sick but not really sick, falsification of resumes, and references. 4.1a Managerial ethics. 2 of 2. How other economic agents are treated. Includes customers, competitors, stockholders, suppliers, dealers, and unions. Advertising and promotions, financial disclosures, ordering and purchasing, shipping and solicitation, bargaining and negotiations. next section is ethical responses. Peer managers and top managers, organization culture all contribute to ethical context. Includes personal standard of ethics, managerial responses to unethical behavior, and high level of competition contribute to context for ethics. Okay, now we move to 4.1c, managing ethical behavior, 1 of 3. Emphasizing ethical behavior takes many forms but starts with top management. Committees and training are options. Oop, went past it too far. 3 common options: creating ethics codes, written statements of the values of ethical standards that guide the firm's actions, must be adhered to if they are to be of value. Applying moral judgment, maintaining organizational justice. For 1C, managing ethical behavior, 2 of 3. Applying moral judgment, gather the relevant factual information, determine the most appropriate moral values, make an ethical judgment based on the rightness or wrongness of the proposed activity or policy. Other principles. Ethical norms including utility. Does the act optimize outcomes? Rights. Does the act respect the rights of all involved? Justice. Is it consistent and fair? Caring. Is the act consistent with people's responsibilities to each other? Section 4.1c, managing ethical behavior. This is 3 of 3. Organizational justice, the perception of people in an organization regarding fairness. 4 basic forms of organizational justice: distributive, procedural, interpersonal, and informational. For 1C, organizational justice. Disruptive justice is people's perceptions of the fairness with distributions of rewards. Procedural justice is individuals' perceptions of the fairness used to determine outcomes. Interpersonal justice is the fairness people see in how they are treated by others. Informational justice is the perceived fairness of the information used for decisions. All right, we are at 4.2a, so we're going to take a break at a stopping point and pick up from here in our next video. Thanks again, and we will touch base with probably within a few moments.